My name's Priscilla Lowry, and I have been working in textiles all my life. So I trained as a home economics teacher, so that puts you into textiles. And then for many years I owned and ran a gallery in Remuera and then in London. But I have been working in silk and especially spinning silk and designing knitwear, and that has moved on to working with silk fabrics, writing books about the history of silk, and today we've got a culmination of an exhibition, and this time I'm working with two other textile artists, very fine textile artists, another Priscilla Evans, and also Ailey Snow. So our work is all different, and yet it all works very harmoniously together, and we're really thrilled with this exhibition at the depot. The depot is the perfect space for our kind of work because the light is kind, the space is exactly right, and people have so enjoyed it and they've wanted to know more. This has been one of the most exciting commissions for me. Takapuna Library have asked for a piece for their permanent exhibition, and they offered me the best space in the house, a pillar. Now this pillar goes from the floor through the mezzanine and right up to the ceiling, and so that gives me two faces to work on. So the brief was to do a piece of work that would have some relativity with the library, to reflect the community, to reflect the life we lead here, the people who have been involved, the history, and to emphasise in particular the artists, the authors, the books. And so this is what we've done. One of the exciting things about this kind of commission is that I take this idea, and first of all I worked on the long quilts, and then I took that idea and to see if I could translate it into different kinds of jackets. So you can see this one here has been quilted, so we get a quilted jacket. It also has a beautiful lining inside as well, and this one is built on felt. This one is hand-spun silk, and this is the silk knitted version of the library jacket. I was completely captivated by Paris. I've been a number of times, and when I came back to New Zealand and decided that for this exhibition I would do a quilt based on Paris, it was my memory of my times in Paris. And Paris for me is absolutely filled with light, and that was what I was looking for, to fill the centre with light, to make it beautiful, to remind myself of the places I'd been, the secret places, the places that make Paris special. Well, there's always the fashion section, isn't there? So to represent the fashion section, I've included fashion labels: Givenchy, Celine, Nino Caruti. And so instead of putting the Paris section or displaying it in some concrete kind of way, I've used the labels as a reminder of what was so special about that time. So, and next to that, of course, is the Bois de Boulogne. And then there's the universities. That's always important. Down this area. And the Sorbonne up here. And my own very special place, which I go back to every single time I go to Paris, and that's the Musée de Cluny, which is based on the medieval period, and that's the period that I was teaching at university. I've written 3 books, and they were really an answer to people's questions. What about the stories? So I knew the information up to the medieval period, because that's the period that I taught at university, so I could safely do the first one. Well, the first book, The Secrets of Silk, begins at the very early days and goes as far as the medieval period. Each book has a whole chapter on fashion associated, and also it has a whole chapter on working with silk, a practical section. So this is the first book, The Secrets of Silk, and I think that any book that starts off It was lies, all lies, has to be a positive start. So this book sold out very quickly, and a second edition was organised. This third quilt in the group is my memories of China and the very happy times I've been in China and crossed China as well. So I took these memories and I put them together, starting in the top corner here. You can see there's the smog of Beijing. It's actually not my experience of having smog in Beijing, but it gives the feeling as you go through China, down through Guilin, through the lakes, through the mountains, and across to the deserts. And the deserts over here remind me of the times in the Taklamakan Desert and the Gobi Desert, and then going into the high mountains up in Kyrgyzstan. So it's a journey, the Silk Road journey, and so incorporated into this has been some money, the actual money, which I've put some stiffener on the back and actually incorporated in. You'll be able to see Chairman Mao, and you'll be able to see the Ayatollah as well. But in the layers, there's layers of ideas and layers of experience, and so it's a fun thing to look into and make up your own stories about. So it's been a very, very special time working with the two other artists. Our work has looked beautiful together. There's nothing like this particular gallery at the depot. It has been so good. The light's perfect. The people have been so supportive and so kind. And we've had crowds of people to share these magical things. So it's with thanks. I give thanks to all the people who've helped us and all the people who've shared.